For the first time since this has actually been airing, you all have me conflicted. Very conflicted here. So I think I'm going to be doing some reading. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Married to Medicine. This is season 6, episode 3. As I said, for the first time since we've been watching this, I'm a little conflicted. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of reading here. Married to Medicine, y'all know I rides for the show, child. And I always, I'm down for them. I'm down for them, for the girls. But I don't ever want to sit and watch this and feel the way I feel when I watch Love and Hip Hop, because that's not what you all give. And that's kind of how I felt. I don't know how genuine some of this stuff is. And that's not what y'all are known for. Y'all have gotten a good name because y'all are usually so real and you put things out there. So, we're going to start to go through it. One thing I'm going to say, I don't know if there's some bullshit going on with production. Somebody didn't tell Contessa, okay? Contessa is out there in her feelings and she's kind of running around. And she's just being Contessa. And I'm liking Contessa. But if there's some bullshit going down, ain't nobody told Contessa. Okay? Now, first things first, we see her and Dr. Scott. He's just coming home from the party. And they're talking about the whole thing with Toya and the whole floor show thing that Toya did, which was so fucked up. And Contessa's like, you know what? I don't have this to do. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Contessa came in as a friend of Toya's, right? So it seems as though there's some little issues from last season where Contessa had said some different things about the parties that Toya had, and she's that shit's carrying over with Toya. Toya, for me, has gotten back in Mariah's good graces and has become even more of a bitch than she was previously. So she's lashing out more so, I see, against Quad and Contessa. Quad and Contessa aren't doing exactly what she wants them to do. And she just got a problem with them. Contessa is not here for the bullshit. And she's like, she celebrates mediocrity all the time. I don't have time. I don't have time for it. Now, what I will say is, I don't think initially they actually understood exactly what went down with Contessa's father. I don't think they actually got a clear picture of exactly how sick her father was. And I think there's some misunderstandings in there. But even still, Toya's just doing the most. As far as it comes to this, Quad ain't call her, Contessa ain't call her, girl, ain't nobody got to call you. Well, you give out invitations to a party, and if somebody don't show up, who fucking cares? Who cares? If I throw a party, there's no one person that doesn't show up that's going to ruin the whole party for me because they didn't show up, because the party is about me. So what the fuck? You didn't show up. Whatever. Move on. And it was your birthday party. And you were supposed to be celebrating Eugene. Contessa didn't come. How the fuck well? I'm mounting out of a molehill, putting 20 on 10, all that shit. All that shit. And this is what I'm seeing. It's ridiculous. Heavenly Jackie and Quad were supposed to meet up to do paintball. So I could have told y'all she wasn't going to show up for that, but okay. She ended up standing them out. And they're going back and forth, and Heavenly's like, well, I feel like she wasted my time. Why are y'all taking this shit so personal? Y'all acting just like y'all don't know her. That's the part that's killing me. You all are acting just like you don't know her. And everybody is so in their feelings that, and it's weird. It doesn't seem authentic to me. It doesn't seem authentic, and it's starting to seem a little put on. It really is. It's starting because I can't imagine that these smart, successful, busy women are this thrown, because it's this whole what's coming up is like there's this thing like she's choosing the sister circle people over us. That's the overtone that I'm getting, and I know good and well. I know y'all could be petty, but I know y'all not. I can't see y'all falling into that. Like, not for real, for real. Just tell me y'all doing this for TV. And the fact that you're doing it for TV, I don't like it because it's just stupid. Just stupid. But that's what it's kind of looking like. And it's just, I don't know. Something about it just ain't sitting. I'm like, this is stupid. Very stupid. Then we get a scene with Simone trying to teach Michael how to drive. Lord have mercy. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. And I was kind of glad that scene was in here because it kind of reminded me why I like Simone. Because in the last few things that I've seen, I'm having a problem with my Simone. And I like Simone. Simone makes me laugh. But as it pertains to Cecil, Simone has got on my goddamn nerves. And this thing with Quad, Simone is getting on my goddamn nerves. Um, Doing a whole lot of nothing and for no reason. Like I'm not. I don't know. You're being a bitch, and it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that the Cecil stuff you need to cut it the fuck out. Either be in the marriage or don't be in the marriage. And then the stuff with Quad, girl, stop it. Stop it. That's just crazy. Anyway, so Contessa and her dad. All right. I definitely agree. Contessa, there's something that her dad is not telling. And her husband, Dr. Scott, he actually did say things that make complete sense to me. Um, when he said people who are wiped out like that and lethargic, like what's going on. He got off the plane. Well, his plane was delayed, so he got off the plane. And I guess once he got into Atlanta, he was supposed to contact Contessa to come on down to get him. He got off the plane, sat down, and fell asleep for like 4 hours in the airport. And then once she did get there and got him, he got in the car and went boom, right back to sleep. And Dr. Scott said people who fall out like that, sleep like that, that's something that people who are on chemo actually do that. I know it because I lived it. And you do. You wipe out. When you're on chemo, you'll just wipe out. You will wipe out. You will look up and you might been, there's been times I've been having a conversation and then I looked up and baby, it was hours later. Hours later. It literally just wipes you out like that. And I know that too way too well. Then I actually seen him and I was like, wow, once I seen him, I was like, yeah, so there's a whole lot of something going on and daddy ain't saying. And as we went forward, we start seeing that, you know, his numbers are all saying cancer, but they can't get he has Crohn's disease and it's making it hard to actually get a complete reading from his biopsies to say 100% cancer, and he won't submit to treatment because they won't come back and say it's 100% cancer. He needs to submit to the treatment, y'all, and stop it before his ass be up out of here. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's what's going on. And I don't think that the ladies, well, I don't think Toya actually really knows exactly what the seriousness of what's actually going on. Contessa ain't got no time for it, so that's just caused a complete wedge with them two. But I think a conversation will actually fix what they got going on. But it's more than just this one little thing. Toya's still hanging on to when Contessa said something about the party from last season. But again, that could be fixed if Toya wants to fix it. Toya's being a bitch, so maybe not. Here's another thing. Eugene and Toya are going to look at this house. $2.9 million for this house. And I didn't understand what they were doing. Like, are you telling us that the tables have now turned? Like Eugene wants to go and buy this house that they can't really afford this outside of the budget, and Toya's saying no? Is that what's going on here? Because I don't know. It was weird. Like, is he testing her, or has the tables turned and now he's overconfident and about to fuck up the money? I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Did the tables turn, or was Eugene actually testing Toya to see if she was still on that fuck shit? If he's just testing her, she passed the test. If the tables are turned, Eugene, you need to get your ass together. Like, what are you doing? You see what I mean? How this was just, it was just kind of all over the place. Like, what is y'all trying to lead us to? Was ridiculous. Anyway, let's go to this crab boil. They have this crab boil over there at Heavenly's house. Chow, Heavenly and the Lord, and dropped all the crabs all over the ground, trying to crawling all over the goddamn backyard, and they got to pick them up and throw them in the pot. I was like, ugh, child, I don't want none of that shit. Well, I couldn't eat none anyway, but they put all the shit in the pot together, right along with the dirty crabs. And I was kind of with Simone, like, don't you rinse those crabs off or something before you just, I don't know. I don't know nothing about cooking crabs, but I don't want nothing that ain't been rinsed. It came right off the ground, right into the pot, honey. And in the pot, you already got that corn and all that other stuff in there. You just throw all that shit in the pot together and just eat it, dirt and all. Okay, it's probably a good thing that I'm allergic to seafood, because I wouldn't eat that shit. I would not eat that shit. Anyway, so once all the girls get there, everybody's there except for Jackie. Jackie hasn't gotten there. Jackie's stuck at the hospital. Simone comes. Before Quad gets there, they're saying, first things first, Contessa and Toya get into it right away. Toya's going on about, I don't mess with people that talk about me behind my back. I said, is she talking about like confessional stuff? Is that what she's talking about? Like, are you kidding? But you do this for 6 seasons. You've been saying fuck shit in the confessionals, and now you got a girl. Sit down, Toya. You're being ridiculous. Simone got these ugly ass shoes on. I don't know where she got them motherfuckers from. They were horrible. With $100 bills inside. I'm keeping it 100. I ain't got time for the Miss Quad bullshit. And I just didn't understand where Simone was going. And I felt like Simone can't be serious. Like, the friendship that her and Quad had, you can't be serious. This has got to be some shit that you just doing for television. And if that's what that is, I ain't feeling that. If you're really serious acting like this, Simone, what kind of shit is you on? What is you on? And this is like, now this is the thing. People have always been saying that Simone was a flip-flopper. And it is kind of how she put her sights on Mariah, when she was the one that kind of led the charge to throw Mariah out of the group. So it's like you're leading the charge to try to get rid of Quad now. Simone, what you doing? She was just real, like she had this whole little thing about her. I was like, I didn't get it. And you're mad because she basically won't let you into her business. Whatever happened to people knowing the people that they be hanging around? Whatever happened to knowing the people you hang around? Now, I ain't saying that she's right. Because I got a problem with a motherfucker that actually sits up and be all in my business. but don't give up none of their business. But we all know people like that. You know people like that, and you know that about them. And the most you could do is tell them, you know, I don't like how you do that. But you can't make them. You can't make them tell you their business. You can't. You can't. So I was just like, this is really weird. Really, really weird. But then Quad shows up. Everybody's pretty cool, except for Toya and goddamn Simone. And I'm not even going to rag on Toya too much. Toya basically said, you know, damn, Quad, like, we're friends. You ain't called. I ain't heard from you. Kind of hurt my feelings. You know, nothing wrong with that. That shit Simone was doing was just ridiculous. All this little girl thinks she's better than everybody here. Me and you, and I'm just sick of it all and all of this shit. And got up and walked away. And Toya's like, that's your friend. And you let her walk away. Now, I got to side with Quad right there because I wouldn't have went after Simone either. I probably wouldn't have spoke to Simone no more after that. I probably would have told Simone to kiss my motherfucking ass. It's probably what I would have done. Like, really? You're attacking me down there, down to the place? Really? With the way them two used to... Really? Yeah, I probably wouldn't have fucked with her no more. Then she gets up. She's starting her thing. She goes to walking out. Heavenly's following her. Contessa is like, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Contessa didn't agree with how things were going down and how they were all attacking her. Contessa wasn't feeling that. So again, you're getting to see the dynamics of how everybody is different. Everybody's different. Everybody feels a certain kind of way about the way things go down. It is what it is. So Contessa's out there consoling her, and Heavenly goes. Now, then messy bitch Mariah. Oh, she left her purse. Oh, let me go get me some camera time, basically. So she goes out there. Here's your purse. And Quad's like, okay, Quad was going to go and go in the bathroom, fix her eyelash. And she told Mariah, okay, sit it down. Sit it down over there. And she's like, girl, take your purse. So Quad snatches the purse and she's going on. And then Mariah's like, last time I tried to be nice to you, bitch, something or other. And she's going on. That wasn't good enough. That ain't enough camera time. So then she doubles back around and she goes over. And then now they got to have a whole standoff. And it's this whole verbal clash. And then is when I said, Quad and Mariah, I like to smack you both right now. They're sitting there and they're going back and forth. And Quad goes to walk away from Mariah and Mariah smacks her. She smacks her on her arm like she would do Lauren, her daughter Lauren. And Quad turns back around and she's like, don't put your goddamn hands on me. And I'm just looking like, what did we just watch here? What did we just watch? What did I just watch here? Because I'm going to tell you, I don't think I'm ever or going to ever be level-headed enough that a bitch I've been feuding with for 5 years smack me on my arm, my butt, my hand, at anything, and I'll be cool and just yelling. And then they ended up going, and then they slammed the door, and then they talked, and then they was okay. This is me, and then they're okay. It was just weird. It was weird to me. I was like, okay. I mean, I know their friendship is weird. It's weird because they don't. I ain't gonna say they don't like each other because they actually do. They actually do like each other. They just ain't dealing with each other. Yeah. They actually do like each other, but they ain't dealing with each other. But they overstep. Both of them do it at times. They overstep. And all of that. See, we've been fighting though. I don't know. It was weird to me. Then Heavenly came in, and Quad was saying, "This is not sisterly. What's going on here?" Then the next thing I know, Toya comes, and Toya's kind of just like hanging out for a minute, and then she kind of goes back. But then next thing I know, then Heavenly blows all the way up, and then she's going, and I'm like, okay, guess what? Y'all just got on my nerves because now it looks like everybody is fighting for camera time, which gives me the Love and Hip Hop feel. Don't like it, ain't feeling it, and that's basically where I'm gonna leave this at. I wasn't feeling this. This whole little situation here, this whole crab boil thing, with the exception of Contessa, everybody seemed like they was playing I'm gonna get me some camera time. I wasn't feeling that. Y'all tell me I'm done. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comments, but it just looked like a fight for camera time to me, just like a bunch of bullshit. It is what it is. We'll talk again next week.